Seal, Shayas Peace, Siyut, respected elders, traditional, hereditary, and spiritual leaders, matriarchs, Aboriginal veterans, residential school survivors, special guests and dignitaries, dear friends and neighbors, brothers and sisters. I am Grand Chief Stuart Phillip. I'm from Penticton. We are in Seelichin language and Pinkton. Penticton is a member of the Okanagan Nation. I have the honor of being the chair of our tribal council, the Okanagan Nation Alliance. I serve as a member of the Penticton Indian Band Council for 24 years. 14 of those years as band chief. I'm currently serving my 15th year as president of the Union of BC Indian Chiefs. My wife, Joan, and I have been blessed with 6 children, 4 boys, 2 girls. Our baby is 35 years old. Our oldest is about 42. And we've been blessed with 14 grandchildren, ranging in ages from about a month to 14 years. Early this morning, I left Penticton, got up at 4 o'clock, and caught a flight out of Penticton at 6 o'clock this morning to be here. And I had to leave my grandchildren back in the sunny Okanagan. It took me a couple hours to pack. I had to stuff all that sunshine into my luggage to bring it here. But I knew it was important to be here today. I knew it was important to come up and support the families, to speak out against the injustices that are happening here in Prince Rupert. The Union of BC Indian Chiefs has known for some time now that here in the north, the relationship between the RCMP and our Indigenous peoples, our Native peoples in the north, has been absolutely terrible. We know that the RCMP, the criminal justice system, treats our people with absolute indifference. They are dismissive to our efforts to bring forward information, to bring forward evidence. And organizations like the Royal Canadian Mounted Police are only interested in protecting their own. And they certainly are not attempting to bring justice to the Native people in the north. So I want to acknowledge Christine Smith, who is the head of the Vancouver Aboriginal Transformative Justice Society. I've known Christine for a long time, and she phoned our office constantly, apprising us of the situation up here with respect to these 3 young people, with respect to the fact that the RCMP was very indifferent and very negligent in their investigation into the passing of these 3 young people. And we, in the past, have worked with the BC Civil Liberties Association, and so the 3 organizations got together. We had a number of meetings in Vancouver, And we knew that we had to come up and begin to gather information, detailed information about these cases, to carefully document that information, to develop a comprehensive, detailed report, and begin to bring pressure to bear on the RCMP, on various levels of the criminal justice branch, in order that they treat these cases as they would treat the case of an important non-Native person from any one of these communities up here. We had an opportunity to meet with some of the family members. We spoke to the elders, and we have committed to engage this issue, to continue assembling that information, continue to work with the families until such time as we can bring this forward. And it's going to take a bit of time to do that. The RCMP are nervous. They don't like to see this type of focus on their negligence. And we're not concerned about that. We will continue to do what work we have in front of us in order to see changes take place. It's the very same indifferent, dismissive attitude on the part of the police that has allowed the Highway of Tears to continue as long as it has. And we have to change that reality. When we spoke to the elders this afternoon, we talked about many things, but I said, when I raised my children, I taught them to challenge authority, and I taught them to break the silence of our oppression. And my children grew up with a very strong sense of what our rights are as Indigenous peoples, our human rights, our political rights, and our legal rights. And for far too long, this country, from the Prime Minister on down through to the provincial governments, has always abused the rights of the Indigenous peoples of this land. And it's only when we come together and give common expression to protecting and defending the birthright of our children and our grandchildren that we will ever make a difference on how we're treated. So on behalf of the Union of BC Indian Chiefs, I stand before you alongside the BC Civil Liberties Association and Christine's organization, the Vancouver Aboriginal Transformative Justice Society, and commit to you that we'll continue to work together to get justice for these three individuals that have been mentioned here tonight. We've heard stories that are heartbreaking, and when I consider my grandchildren are getting to the age of some of these tragic victims, I just can't begin to know how that pain must feel. But I am proud to be here. I'm honored to be here. And as a grandfather and a father, I hope to continue to come back to your beautiful territory and to do the work that we need to do together. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. It is so important to be seen. It is so important to stand tall and for all of society to see that we indeed hold each other up. We stand beside each other. That has been our way since the beginning, and that will always be the way we are as Indigenous peoples, because it's part of our teachings to hold one another up so we may be great again. So with that, I just want to say that You know, I have mixed emotions about what brings me here, but at the same time, I'm proud to be here, and I commend each and every one of you for taking the time to come here and to support the family this evening. And as we move on, we will probably find occasion to come together in rallies, perhaps marches, to continue to apply pressure until justice is achieved. As the t-shirts say, justice for Justin. Why limit?
There is love that came for us, humble to a sinner's cross. You broke my shame and sinfulness. You rose again, victorious. Faithfulness none can deny. Through the storm and through the fire, there is truth that sets me free. Jesus Christ, who lives in me. You are stronger, you are stronger. Sin is broken, you have saved me. It is written, Christ is risen. Jesus, you are Lord of No beginning and no end. You're my hope and my defense. You came to seek and save the lost. You paid it all upon the cross. You are stronger, you are stronger. Sin is broken, you have saved me. It is written, Christ is risen. Jesus, you are Lord of So let your name be lifted higher, be lifted higher, be lifted higher. So let your name be lifted higher, be lifted higher, be lifted higher. So let your name be lifted higher, be lifted higher, be lifted higher. So let your name be lifted higher, be lifted higher, be lifted higher. And you are stronger, you are stronger. Sin is broken, you have saved me.
open myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know so close, no matter how far. It couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know I never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you.